Evening. Hi everyone. So I'm saying hi twice. Instagram and YouTube. I'm a minute early. I thought I would just come on and say hi. Give you guys a chance to settle down, to settle in. Hi kids, if you're watching for a story. You all alright? I'm in a different place in my house to last time. I've moved because the kids are being rowdy downstairs. I normally do it in my son Max's bedroom, but there's a mattress on the floor because my wife slept on the floor in his room last night, so I couldn't do it in there. So up here, some of you who used to who've been watching my vlogs for a long time, might recognise this room. I used to do all my vlogs from up here, so it used to be all red. It used to be like my writing room where I wrote all my music and books. I think I probably wrote some of these books up here. Anyway, this is our guest room, which is basically, there's only like 3 people that ever stay here. Dougie is one of them. Dougie stays here. I'm now in the garage. That's where my room is, where I do all my writing. Anyway, what time is it? Are we on time? Parents, do you have your cups of tea, cups of coffee ready? Kids, are you ready for a story? Tonight, I'm going to be reading another one from the Dinosaur That Pooped series. So I'm going to do The Dinosaur That Pooped the Bed. Now, I haven't read this one for a while, so I'm going to pre-warn you. I will probably mess this up at some point. If I mess up, I'm sorry. I wrote this with my friend Dougie, and it's illustrated by Gary Parsons. Me and Dougie wrote this, I think it was this one, in the field outside my house on a fallen tree. It was very poetic. It was like a scene in a film. And while we were writing it, we were sat on the fallen tree writing this, a swarm of bees flew by, like something from a film. I kid you not. We both froze because this huge, it looked like a cloud of smoke was flying towards us, and it was a swarm of bees. We both just stayed still and we watched like thousands of bees just fly right by. That's what happened while we were writing this. Anyway, The Dinosaur That Pooped the Bed. Are you all comfy? Are you all cozy? Ready to hear a story about a dinosaur and some poop? Here we go. Danny and Dino had nothing to do. So Danny said, "Why don't we watch some cartoons?" But then Danny's mum cast a shadow of gloom. "You can't watch TV till you've tidied your room." They slumped up the stairs in the foulest of grumps and stood in their room at the foot of Mount Dump. This is what my kids' room looks like. "Tidying this mess would take thousands of years," said Danny whilst desperately holding back tears. Unless they were going to tidy forever, they needed a plan that was clever. And then an idea popped inside Danny's head. "Why clean this mess up? You can eat it instead." Right, good idea. Why not? So, Dinosaur opened his mouth like a bin. Dan scooped up the mess and he threw it all in. Toys from the tip of the top of the heap were chucked in and chomped by the dinosaur's teeth. It chewed Danny's shoes. It could not get enough of teddies and cuddly stuff made of fluff. The dinosaur sucked like a humongous hoover, removing the mess like a room mess remover. There he goes, look. Where is he? There. Vest, pants and socks and little toy soldiers. Dan laughed as he watched from the dinosaur's shoulders. His fluffy pet hamster, along with its cage, was swallowed in Dinosaur's mess-munching rage. It smushed the CDs, which, on reflection, were far from the greatest of record collections, so Dan didn't mind. It all had to go if they wanted to kick back and watch TV shows. There's a little cameo in there for those of you who are watching closely. Recognise that one? Oh, and that one there. It's terrible, that one. In Dinosaur's head, the bed was a burger. Whoa. As diamonds would look to the greediest burglar. In one dino bite, the bed disappeared. No mess left in sight. The whole room had been cleared. Whoa. Oh, it's huge. Not one piece of rubbish was left to consume. At last, we can finally watch some cartoons. But Dinosaur's tum cast a shadow of gloom. It was full to the brim with the mess of Dan's room. Oh my goodness, look at the size of him. Dino was wedged in between floor and ceiling. It couldn't believe how full up it was feeling. It started to worry. It started to panic. Never before had it been more gigantic. The dinosaur's bottom was bigger than Norway. So big and so fat, it was blocking the doorway. Then Dan started crying. His nose dripped with snot. They were stuck in their room and the TV was not. With pillows and quilts in the dinosaur's gut, its brain didn't have full control of its butt. It knew that there wasn't a thing it could do. One way or another, it needed to... All together now. Here we go. Are you ready? The dinosaur pooped more than ever before. All the mess they had cleaned was now back on the floor. Shoes, pants and teddies and soldiers and socks with smelly poo lumps filling Danny's toy box. Then Danny saw Dinosaur's face turning red and knew the next thing to be pooped was his bed. It sprang from his bum with a bounce and a bump right back to its place at the base of Mount Dump. Look at it all. Unbelievable. It's almost orange, that poop. Then Dino deflated and unblocked the door where Mummy was standing, more cross than before. They looked at the mess all around where they stood and knew they'd been naughty. And naughty's not good. No, definitely not. So they picked up their mops and mopped up the plops that covered the toys and the vest, pants and socks. Still fun and funny. If only they tidied their room as they should, they'd be watching TV, not wishing they could. So remember, next time you're in front of the telly, you can't watch cartoons if your bedroom is smelly. True story. The end. And what have we learned today, kids? Don't let your pet dinosaur eat the mess in your room. Just tidy it up. It's quicker. Alright? That's the message. That's the moral of that story. I hope you enjoyed that. That was the dinosaur that pooped the bed. I found it funny. I really enjoy writing these books. They are great fun to write with Doug. And there's another one. There's a new one coming out this year. I don't know when, later in the year, but we finished it. And Gary's just sent all the illustrations back. And it is definitely my favourite one. So I can't wait for you to find out what that is. What the dinosaur is going to poop next. I'm really happy with it. It's really funny. So I look forward to seeing that later in the year. Hi everyone. Anyone got any questions before I go? Oh, thanks so much everyone who sent me messages last week. I loved all of your ideas for There's Something in Your Book. They were amazing. I saw some brilliant illustrations, some great ideas. Well done. I set you a challenge. You guys rose to the challenge. So well done everyone. I imagine a lot of you are all back at school. So I hope that's going well. My kid was back at, my eldest is back at home school today. So I hope all that's going well. Does anyone have any questions before I go? You're welcome. Have I ever pooped the bed? I'm not going to reveal that live on the internet. Thank you very much. Can I do more songs? Yeah, well, not this week, maybe next week. I've only got one about the pooping dinosaur. Maybe I'll try and write another one. What's my favourite dinosaur? I probably wouldn't want a pooping one. I'd like to be friends with him. Maybe, the Christmasaurus is my favourite dinosaur. Oh, thanks for all the comments, guys. Love you saying your kids are watching and enjoyed it, so thank you very much. That's why I'm doing it. I've got 3 kids downstairs. I'm going to go and read them a story now. I know exactly what it's like. And so hopefully these help. Hi, Florence Rose. How are we coping with homeschooling? We're getting by. My eldest, he quite enjoys it. It's having 3. It's not homeschooling. It's having 3 kids, and one of them that needs to be properly homeschooling is the challenge. Happy birthday, Laura. It's your birthday on Wednesday. Have a great birthday, Laura. What's my favourite children's book? Ooh, my favourite picture book was probably The Cat in the Hat or Green Eggs and Ham. My favourite children's book of all time is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Charlie, how many books have I written? I think I've written about 20-ish. That have been published. There's more coming though, so I've written more than that. I'm working on one at the moment, just editing one. Next week, by the way, before you watch this, on Monday, so next Monday, Michelle Obama is going to be reading There's a Dragon in Your Book, which is a book that I wrote, illustrated by Greg Abbott, and yeah, I heard a couple of days ago that the one and only Michelle Obama is going to be reading it. So she's got a series just like this, where she's reading 4 books every Monday. So today I think she read The Gruffalo. Next Monday, it's There's a Dragon in Your Book. So I think she's doing it at, I think over here in England, if you're watching in the UK, it's at 5 o'clock, I believe, because she's doing it in New York, or New York time, Eastern time in America. So you can watch that at 5 o'clock, and then maybe next week I think I'm going to read There's an Alien in Your Book. So you can watch Michelle Obama read There's a Dragon in Your Book, and then an hour and a half later you can watch me read There's an Alien in Your Book. If that sounds good to you guys. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go read my kids a bedtime story now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe, keep reading, and yeah, have a lovely week. I'll see you next Monday. Bye, everyone. Right, I'm going to say bye to Instagram first. Instagram, you're going. See you later on. Goodbye. Instagram are gone. Bye, everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Goodbye.